Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. It's Jen with J Vinco, and I'm here with another daily journaling video. I'm showing you right here, right off the bat. I have already decorated the background of two of the pages that I'm going to do, and that skinny washi tape I used to split up the page, and then I just colored each section a different color. And then I used a little bit wider washi tape on the page on the right. The page on the right is for St. Patrick's Day, so that's why I used all different colors of green. And the page before that is for March 16th, the day before. Excuse me. I decided to just kind of change things up and do some different backgrounds. What I like about these backgrounds is they break up the page. So if you have a few different subjects or a bunch of different little subjects to talk about from that day, you can have them each in their own individual section. So I thought that was pretty cool. The washi tape, even though washi tape lifts, oftentimes it did get stuck in a few spots. This is a Stalogy journal, so the paper would kind of get a little bit pulled up, but um, it didn't actually make any holes anywhere, so I was okay with it. And I just went back with the marker colors and fixed any spots where it pulled off any color. But for the most part, it was okay. And like you can see me holding the page taut. If you do that, it kind of keeps it from happening too much. Or you can always go to the other side of that piece of tape and try again from the other side to maybe avoid ripping up a bunch of paper. But for the most part, washi tape isn't super sticky, so you should be able to get away with it. I was kind of inspired by another YouTuber I watch, Abigail Julianne, I think. I think she might be Canadian. She has some really cool bullet journal videos, and she also does some art journaling. And she did a page where she broke it up into different colors like that. So I was kind of inspired by that to do that background on my page. So on the 16th there, I just am figuring out what subject matter to put in each box. Um, and so on the top left there, I wrote about the pets, how the cats, when their routine is off, they just like won't settle down, just bugging everybody. Um, if someone's out of the house when they think they should be here, then they're just little animals about it. Um, And let's see, this little piece of collage I found is a little bag lady. She's got her little cart. It's like a little older lady. Um, I don't know, not old, not elderly, but I put that in there to represent my mom. Hey, mom. So we kind of pick on each other and joke around. And so I thought that would be funny. Um, and I used that box. I put a hamburger phone in there too, just to show that I called my mom that day. And we talked about what she's doing. She's overseas and looking at, possibly coming back to the United States at some point here. So, um, and then that let's go. So Drake was sick. My 7-year-old was sick. Um, the first and second day of his summer camp, not summer camp, spring break camp. There I just showed you laundry and dishes every day. Anyway, he wasn't feeling well, but he did not have COVID. He just had a little cold. So he got to go back on Wednesday and do the art day. So that's what they did that day. And Tim and I, my significant other, we dropped him off and then came home and ate breakfast and played Overcooked on the PlayStation. We like to play that game with the kids, but then they get all crazy and rowdy and they won't cooperate, and that game's all about cooperation. So Tim and I, when we had some free time, we just decided to play that. But we got in trouble for it later. Um, let's see what else. Oh, I wrote in that delicious square about In and Out chocolate shakes and how I can't stop thinking about them, can't shake them. And what else? See, we played Mario Kart. My teenage son was sleeping in that morning, and then he went to his friend's house to watch some Harry Potter. They're trying to get through the whole series. I still haven't seen the last two movies, like 70 years later, so I'm gonna get there. I am gonna watch the end of that series. Okay. And then at the bottom, I talked about how we had to fend for ourselves for dinner because we're too lazy to cook dinner that night. And I posted another video that day. So the next day there, I am working on, see, I put some shiny green washi tape on the edge. I just didn't like it. You know, when something is kind of ugly and you just keep adding to it, thinking you're gonna fix it, but it just adds more ugly stuff to it. That's what I feel like was happening with this page. So at the top there, I put an ouch, just a piece of collage that I cut out from a magazine because I had to go get a blood draw that day, and that is not my favorite thing to do. There, that is my sheet of printables, my spring sheet. So I put this bird um, wearing galoshes on there just for fun, just to decorate it. Again, just adding stuff to an ugly page to try and salvage it somehow. I don't know that I was successful, but um, so yeah, blood draw. It was really hot in there. I feel like they make you fast and it's hot in there and it's crowded and they make you wait longer and the check-in process is not easy. It's like they're just trying to find any way they can to make it so that I'm gonna freak out or pass out or something. So that's how I felt about that. Let's see. I also talked on this page about trying to make that coconut curry soup again. I'm obsessed and I just can't stop. But it turned out better this time, but still not there. So I think I am going to give up and wait for it to come back on HelloFresh, and then I'll order as much as I possibly can. Um, I also talked about how Drake, my 7-year-old, he says Happy St. Patrick's Day. He never says Saint. He thinks it's St. Patrick's Day. It's just cute. And then at the bottom there, I talked about going back to, oh, the grad school thing. They actually shortened it from 7 semesters to 5, which is a little more intense each semester, but I'm all for finishing, you know, 6 months earlier than I was going to. So yeah, let's do that. Yes, please. Um, and now I am working on, I skipped a day, which I can do, because why not? I skipped a day and I'm going to talk about March 18th, Friday. If you see there on the edge, I tried to like make diagonal stripes and then they turned into straight up and down. And then I was like, this is not consistent. And so I got mad and covered it with washi tape. So I don't know what to say about that. If you don't think about what you're doing, which I sometimes don't, then maybe it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. But Bob Ross would say happy accidents. Um, but uh, I don't know. I I felt like I needed to cover it up, so I did. And um, and this page, I'm making a little like I don't know what you would call that, like wow area right behind. I'm going to put a picture of Drake over that because that Friday was his last day of camp and they did acting that day. So I found a piece of collage that has some people that look like they're looking at a stage or something. Um, they're really from an advertisement, like where a robot was opening Pandora's box, and that's what they're looking at. Um, but they fit nicely for my purposes here. So anyway, there I am putting those people on there, and then Drake is printed on. He's wearing his bicycle helmet. It's just a recent picture I have of him, but he's printed on a what is that? HP, my Ivy little photo printer, and so that paper has a sticky back to it. So I just cut him out and then stuck him on there. Here I'm just looking for some date uh, stuff to put on there. The meatballs are up in the upper corner because we made a HelloFresh with meatballs and rice that day. Just had to document that, and it was pretty good. Um, I feel like, those recipes have a lot of stuff that I wouldn't ordinarily pick to include in what I'm going to eat, but if you make the recipe the way it says, they always turn out pretty good so far. So, um, so yeah, I like to think I'm being more open-minded trying HelloFresh. That Plants vs. Zombies sticker I put in there because Drake downloaded that onto one of my old phones so he could play it, and he was having fun with that. And then I drew that little, it's supposed to be a medicine bottle and a spoon, because I started feeling kind of sick that day with just a sore throat. So Drake, the little carrier monkey, brought in something, whatever he was sick with earlier in the week, and I started feeling that. That sticker, here, I started watching Hunger Games again, is what I wrote. And you'll notice that's the title. And sorry, quick side note here. Those gel pens I just bought off of Amazon, they're pretty good. They've got pastels and glitter and metallics in there, and they work pretty well. So I like those. They're about 20 bucks maybe. Anyway, Hunger Games. I don't know. I just keep watching that series of movies over and over. I don't know why. It's a horrifying premise, but I don't know. I just like those movies, I guess. And I don't know. I'll have to talk about it in therapy, see what it says about me. Maybe it says something. So that's it for those 3 days. And I did not flip back, but here we go with the still shot of those two completed pages, and that's it. So thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.